brand new track for Hurricane Ian just released. I'll pinpoint any major shifts and the biggest threats expected county by county. Next at 11.
It's time to play America's favorite jackpot game. This is Powerball. Good evening, America. I'm Michelle Isles. Tonight, we've got another life-changing jackpot for you in an estimated amount of $286 million. Now let's draw tonight's winning numbers. Your first number down tonight is 31. Right after that, America, we have the number 33. Let's congratulate Columbia, winner of Maryland, who won $50,000. Now your next number up tonight is 13. That's followed by 20, and we'll round it out tonight with the number 59. Now for your winning Powerball number, good luck everyone. It is 20, and your Power Play multiplier is 3. Let's take another look at those winning numbers. Remember, there are multiple ways to win. We'll see you back here Wednesday night. Good night, everyone.
Live with ClickOrlando.com, this is News 6 at 11, getting results.
This could be the storm that we've hoped would never come to our shores.
Tonight, Hurricane Ian growing stronger on its track toward the west coast of Florida.
This could very well be that next 100-year storm.
Tonight, evacuations have been ordered up and down the west coast, but extreme measures could spread farther inland.
There's going to be pretty broad impacts throughout the state.
Tonight, all of Florida is under a state of emergency due to Hurricane Ian. Thanks for joining us. I'm Matt Austin.
I'm Ginger Gatz, and Lisa Bell has the night off. We have team coverage of the storm preparations tonight. News 6's Treasure Roberts is in Apopka tonight, and more rain is the last thing these people need. Troy Campbell is on the evacuation route as people to our west scramble inland. But we begin with Chief Meteorologist Tom Searles, who just got an update on the storm's path. Tom.
Come take a look. It's still a Category 2 storm at this hour. I really thought it might edge its way all the way to Cat 3. It did not, but that's only a matter of time. Look at the big convection erupting here on the southwest side of the center of this storm, and there it is. As you watch the eye roll around, it is wobbling a little bit, as we've watched things do in the past, as it's approaching the southwest corner of Cuba tonight. Here's the 11 o'clock update. Maximum sustained wind still 105 now, gusting to 125, and check out the pressure. It's all the way down to 962 millibars, and that forward progress still moving at 13 miles per hour. Eventually, we believe it's going to become a slower moving storm, but not tonight. Tonight, it races its way through western Cuba all the way up here. Now, here's where the changes occur with the 11 o'clock advisory. It should be here by Wednesday morning as a Cat 4, and then all the way just outside of Tampa as a Category 2 by Thursday morning at 8 a.m. Hurricane Center now has the center over land all the way up through parts barely touching Sumter County and right on top of you in Dunellen as a tropical storm Thursday evening, making its way to the north all the way up to the state line by Friday. That is an ugly solution for a lot of us here in Central Florida. Here's the wind, timeline, and intensity. Look, here's the Category 3 storm. There it is all the way into Central Florida, and tropical storm force winds push all the way into Polk County, parts of Sumter County, and even into Marion County by Wednesday night into Thursday morning. So we're talking about a different scenario now that you might have been thinking of over the weekend. Look like the models are going to the west. It's now looking like the eye will make landfall over here and work its way right up on top of you in Marion County. So there's your update, guys. I'll be back in a few minutes. We'll talk more about impacts. We're talking about a tropical storm warning, possibly a hurricane warning in the western zones during the day tomorrow all the way through Thursday into Friday morning.
Tom, thank you. Schools all across Central Florida making adjustments in anticipation of Ian. The newest update is from Volusia County. Schools will now close Wednesday and Thursday. In Seminole, schools will be closed starting Wednesday. In Orange and Marion counties, school will also close Wednesday and Thursday. In Osceola, school will be closed Tuesday through Thursday. Lake County schools have early dismissal tomorrow, and then they'll be closed through Friday. Sumter will also get out early tomorrow, and they will close Wednesday and Thursday. In Polk County, schools will be closed Tuesday and Wednesday. No changes yet for Brevard. And colleges and universities are also making adjustments. UCF announcing today classes are canceled Wednesday through Friday. Bethune-Cookman University has already closed and evacuated its campus. Classes are to resume online only tomorrow. The Rollins College campus will begin to close on Wednesday afternoon at 4 and will remain closed Thursday through Friday. And Stetson University is canceling classes Wednesday through Friday.
Well, counties all across Florida are preparing for a worst-case scenario tonight, but the efforts are most urgent in the Tampa area. Evacuations are mandatory for people living closest to the coast, and this is what I-4 near Branch Forbes Road looked like earlier tonight. Locked up. All of those red lights you can see are people heeding the warning of emergency officials, heading inland, trying to get away from the coast all at the same time. Remember, the current track has Ian becoming a major hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico in the coming days, bringing life-threatening storm surge from Fort Myers all the way up to the Tampa Bay area. This area hasn't seen a major hurricane in about 100 years. Officials say it's really important to act now. Conditions are expected to deteriorate as soon as late tomorrow night into Wednesday.
I want everyone to understand the seriousness of this situation. And again, don't wait till the last minute. We can replace possessions, but we can't bring anybody back to life.
Little good news if you have loved ones in the Tampa area. Let them know Florida has suspended tolls in the Tampa Bay area to try to ease these evacuations. We know many evacuees will travel to Central Florida. News 6's Troy Campbell has details on the preparations here.
If you have any questions for our weather team, our meteorologists are hosting live chats every day at various times. You can find that on clickorlando.com, our News 6 Plus app, and on our YouTube and Facebook pages. Another setback for NASA's Artemis mission.
Yeah, tonight, Hurricane Ian forcing its Mega Moon rocket off the pad at Kennedy Space Center. What this means for any future launches the space agency has planned. Tom.
Here's the advisory if you missed it at the top of the newscast. Wind speeds of 105, Category 2 storm right there outside of Cuba. Coming up, we'll look at the track. We'll look at all the models. We'll talk about impacts and then show you the in-house model and possible solutions for this nasty monster storm.
And rain is the last thing this Orange County community needs. Find out how they are preparing their already flooded neighborhood for a hurricane.
You're watching News 6 at 11, live on a Monday night. We're getting results for Altamont Springs, Sanford, and all of Central Florida.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Rubenstein Law, 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
You were the first ones to respond to this concern, and I'm really happy that you did get some results through this.
We're pinpointing Hurricane Ian. Depend on Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells and the News 6 weather team to track the storm to protect you. We're monitoring the hurricane as it develops so you know exactly where and when it will affect your area. Trust Pinpoint Doppler radar to deliver accurate, detailed information on each of the possible threats facing your neighborhood. Get instant updates on social, Clicko, News 6 Plus, or in your News 6 Pinpoint weather app throughout the storm. News 6, getting results. Live with Matt Austin, Lisa Bell. Weather with Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells. Sports with Sports Director Jamie Say. And special reports from the investigators. This is News 6 at 11, getting results.
Tonight, Hurricane Ian is barreling toward Cuba as a Cat 2 storm. The country will see significant winds and storm surges overnight.
After Cuba, the storm sets its sights on Florida. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells is timing it all out for us. We'll see him in about 3 minutes. In Orange County tonight, officials began the process of lowering water levels at several lakes throughout the county. The goal is to mitigate the potential for flooding once Ian makes its approach. Even ahead of the storm, places like Clear Lake Estates and Apopka have already been dealing with flooding from Clearwater Lake. You'll remember we brought you this story last week. Tonight, they are concerned the worst is yet to come. News 6's Treasure Roberts is live in that community once again tonight, talking to those neighbors. Treasure.
Now, Ginger, there hasn't been heavy rainfall here in the past few days, but take a look at this part of this family's backyard is already flooded. You can see that this is sidewalk here, and right down here, this is also sidewalk, but it is covered in water. Now, this family is worried that after the storm hits, that this water is going to move further into their backyard. In Apopka, Treasure Roberts getting results, News 6.
All right, Treasure, thank you. We are taking a live look now from the SLS Mega Moon rocket as NASA rolls it back into the vehicle assembly building. It was supposed to launch. It didn't happen several times. It's all in preparation for Hurricane Ian. They have to get it off that pad. Artemis 1 mission managers had hoped it could stay on pad 39B, but for the forecast, it's just too uncertain. They didn't want to risk that $4 billion mission. NASA had previously planned on attempting to launch Artemis tomorrow. That was scrapped because of Ian. The next availability for a launch attempt would have been October 2nd, but the rollback is going to push that mission back, possibly until November. This thing has been off schedule for a long time now. Rollback will take until around 6 tomorrow morning for that to be finished.
And when you see what's behind Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells, you understand why they are rolling that rocket back into the vehicle assembly building.
You know, they don't ask the local weatherman, but we told them Friday.
You did.
Roll that thing back.
Put it back in the garage.
Put it in the garage. This is not going to work out for you fellas. Hey, Hurricane Ian tonight, Category 2 hurricane. I really thought it might go to 3 right by now. If it doesn't make it to 3 in the next couple of hours, it should on the other side of Cuba. Wind speeds are 105, gusting higher than that. Here's the track, the path of projected movement. Comes right through western Cuba tonight, becomes a Category 4 storm tomorrow. Wednesday at 8 a.m. it's here with wind speeds of 130 miles per hour. It goes all the way up to here. This is 8 p.m. Wednesday with wind speeds of 120. So it's starting to make the bend, getting sheared a bit, encountering land, and then making landfall. Hurricane Center has jogged it far enough east now that it should be making landfall right on top of Tampa. This is 8 a.m. Thursday with wind speeds of 120. Then up through here right on top of Dunellen is a Cat 1. Up to Gainesville as a tropical storm as time wears on into Friday. Tropical models for you tonight so you can see why they made that decision. All day long today, everything's been trending east, east, east. And tonight, it's starting to look more like a woven cable. That's what we look for when these models start really coming together. It's easier to do when we've got a really strong storm, which we do. It's well organized now, and it's on the move, and it's going in one general direction. They've figured it out, so they go ahead and move the path to projected movement right in line with the models. I don't like the equation. This is also the way it could work out. Here's our in-house model showing you all the banding coming through. This is Tuesday at 5 p.m. Some of the rain already edging into our southern counties, starting to show up from Lakeland to Melbourne, even getting into the metro, from Orlando to Daytona Beach and Palm Coast. And then by 10 p.m. tomorrow night, any one of these feeder bands could put out the big rain, starting to cause the flooding issues coming in from the south. Definitely by Wednesday morning, you have to have your ducks in a row and your plans going. This is the way things are looking by Thursday at 11 a.m. according to the in-house model. It should have made it inland and be dissolving a little bit higher to the north instead of lingering nearly as much as we think it might on some of the other models. Okay, let's go ahead and show you what's happening now with our wind intensity and timeline. Here's the way it looks right now. South of Cuba comes through. There's a Category 2 or 3. Then tomorrow, becoming a Category 4. What's your timeline right here? This is 10 o'clock tomorrow night. You see the big wind field expanding on out. This is based on the exact forecast from the National Hurricane Center. Category 3 approaching Tampa is a Cat 2. But look at these tropical storm force winds. This is 11 o'clock Wednesday night, getting into Polk County, Sumter County, and on its way to Marion. All right, let's go ahead and show you what happens tonight. The overnight low in Orlando tumbles to 74 degrees. We're mostly cloudy, not much of a chance of rain during the overnight, but the showers start again tomorrow. Speaking of which, here is tomorrow.
Your forecast is sponsored by Del Air Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electrical.
Okay, overnight low tonight is 74, mostly cloudy, wind from the east 5 to 10. For tomorrow, you see the big clouds and rain coming together, putting the rain in here. Late in the day, the scattered showers work their way on in from Tampa to Fort Myers to Miami and overrun the area by 4:30 tomorrow. So where does that leave us for a forecast for tomorrow? Talking about a daytime high tomorrow that breaks it back to about 86 degrees with all the rain. I'm going to step out of here and throw the 7-day forecast up for you real quick. So you can see what's happening with the activity all across the zone. Here we go with the 7-day forecast. Coming up, bear with me. Had one too many remotes. Temperature reading tomorrow is 86 and then 85 for you by Wednesday and Thursday. Tropical encounters both days.
All right, Tom, thank you. Here are tonight's winning lottery numbers. Your pick 209, your pick 3 982, pick 4 4405, and your pick 5 35755. Fireball is 5.
And Fantasy 5, 8, 25, 12, 35, and 21. And here are tonight's winning Powerball numbers: 31, 33, 13, 20, 59, and the Powerball is 20.
Cash for life, we have 1, 8, 11, 31, 57, and the cash ball is 4.
All right, Ryan's in with sports.
Yeah, teams making plans ahead of Hurricane Ian.
Yeah, Tampa looks like they're right in the crosshairs of this thing. So the Bucs decided to take their show on the road. We'll have the details plus what college coaches are saying about hurricane preps. And it was media day for the Orlando Magic. Not everyone is 100%, but the #1 draft pick feeling good about things. Paolo's thoughts just ahead.
Join News 6 in celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. Explore the rich Hispanic and Latino culture. Todo mientras conocemos a personas que están marcando una diferencia en nuestras comunidades hispanas y latinas. Weeknights on News 6 and clickorlando.com.
Get into the rhythm of the mornings with News 6 Mornings and Crystal Moyer.
Welcome back to News 6. With the Gulf Coast right smack in the middle of the path of Hurricane Ian, the Bucs decided to evacuate and practice in Miami. The team announcing earlier this evening that it'll work out at the Dolphins practice facility beginning Wednesday. Bucs are scheduled to host the Chiefs this weekend. As mentioned earlier, with the Bucs relocating to Miami, we're all keeping a close eye on Hurricane Ian. On the college gridiron, UCF, Florida, and Florida State all scheduled to host games Saturday, depending on what the storm does.
We're moving forward like a normal week. Obviously, we'll keep you updated. If things change on a daily basis, we'll be able to adjust with that. But we've got to be looking like we're going to play the game.
We got a lot of people in our state that are in for a rough ride here, so our thoughts and prayers are with them as they prepare. A lot of, having been a part of these things in the past, it's nothing to play around with.
We are prepping for this game, and we will have plans in place. If anything, does occur that needs to alter that, obviously, just the thoughts with everybody within the state, just of the potential of what's coming.
People that are from here don't really they don't bat an eye. But the people that are not from here, new to Florida, are kind of like, okay, what do we do?
Terrence Ross has certainly seen plenty as he enters his 12th NBA season. Paolo Banchero has not. He's the Magic's #1 overall draft pick. And at Media Day today, he spoke about getting comfortable in Central Florida.
Obviously, when I first got drafted, I thought it would be a good fit. But now, after being here for some months, I think it's the perfect fit. Just with the group of guys, the coaches. I think we all, mentally and mentality-wise, we all kind of are aligned in, one goal. And trying to get there as a group.
News 6 at 11 will be right back.
Tonight's Sports Desk is brought to you by Greenway Dodge and Greenway Ford.
It's going to be all tropics all the time for the next 3 days. Here comes Hurricane Ian, 11 o'clock advisory. Wind speeds of 105, gusting to a $125. The track goes right through western Cuba. The storm gathers strength as soon as it's done with Cuba. Then it becomes a Category 4 storm on Wednesday. It approaches landfall. The current path has it drilling into Tampa as a Cat 2, slowing down to a Cat 1 right over our western zones, and then all the way up to the state line on Friday.
All right, looking terrible, Tom. Thank you. We break news on clickorlando.com.
Check out the morning show. They'll have the latest updates on Ian at 4:30. Have yourself a great night.